We're live. Hello and welcome back. You know what day it is? It's Feature Friday. And today we're going to talk about one of the most important parts of the internet, which is forms. Forms are super powerful, and the way course creators and coaches and schools and businesses can use them in their online learning platform, the options are literally limitless. So we're going to blow your mind with form ideas today and how to use them in your learning management system. And also, just to kind of plant the seed, you can do anything with a form. You can collect testimonials, you can do surveys, you can even create quizzes inside forms. You can have people upload things, you can have people submit content that goes live on the front end of your website. The internet is mostly powered by forms. Think about checkout forms. If you're making a Facebook post, that's a form submission. A lot of what we do when we interact with a website is actually through a form. So, and there's so many great tools in WordPress like Gravity Forms, WP Forms, Ninja Forms, Formidable Forms, WS Form, and many more that you can use on your WordPress LMS website. And we're going to show you an example today. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Will. How can we use a form in, let's say, a course?
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Chris, for the intro there. Let me share my screen and jump over to my Academy. Do you see my back
We
end of
got it.
WordPress? Awesome. So, like Chris said, there's a few different options for forms in WordPress and all across the internet. Of course, there's that LifterLMS forms area, but we're not going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about these third-party forms, like Chris mentioned, the Ninja Forms, Gravity, WS Form, those forms tools that integrate with LifterLMS. And so let me open up a couple of tabs to show you a really cool setup we have going on this website. In this case, what we wanted to do is collect sort of a course feedback or like a course survey or evaluation. And LifterLMS has the quiz system, of course, but what we have put together, or what Chris had built on this demo site, is a course feedback form where we say, we appreciate your feedback. We want to know how satisfied you are with the course. There's some radio buttons. You can ask for additional feedback. And then users submit this form in order to complete the lesson. So let's take a look at edit lesson real quick and take a look at what's going on here. We see we have the lesson title, a paragraph text, and then we have a Ninja form that's embedded. So if I go to the back end of my WordPress site in my other tab, I have the Ninja Forms tool added on here, and I have the free version of Ninja Forms. Ninja Forms free version is really awesome for this. And what I'm using is the free Ninja Forms and the LifterLMS Ninja Forms integration. And what this does is it allows me to require students complete this form in order to complete the lesson. So basically, this is a required survey. And I'm using this form that I created in Ninja Forms, or that Chris created on the template website, to collect feedback. So I could add more fields if I wanted to. How would you rate like the number of lessons we have included? You could add any questions that you want, or just have a testimonial. If you wanted to do one of these paragraph text blocks and ask for a testimonial, you could really edit this Ninja form any way you wanted. And a lot of these forms tools have a similar functionality, like Gravity Forms, WP Forms, Formidable, WS Form. And the way we're using it here is we're requiring students complete this form in order to complete the lesson. So the only way they would complete is by filling out the form and clicking the submit button. However, if we wanted to make this form optional, we could do that under the settings in the back end of our lesson. I'm editing my lesson right now. I have this Ninja Form tab. Because I'm using that LifterLMS Ninja Forms integration, I have an option to say form submission is required. I can change this to say form submission is optional. And then if I update my lesson and reload, now I have the mark complete button at the bottom of my lesson. So I don't need to submit the form. I could just go ahead and click mark complete without leaving feedback, and I would complete the course. But this is a really creative and cool way to incorporate some sort of a lesson evaluation or course survey into your course to get that customer feedback. And another neat feature of this tool, let me go ahead and fill this out real quick, just with some test data. You can see the feedback from your students actually in the LifterLMS reporting screen. So if I say great course, submit my form. So my form has been successfully submitted. And let me make sure real quick that I'm actually enrolled in this course. If I go to courses, I was on the saving strategy course. In order to see my data in the reporting, I'll need to be enrolled in the course. screen. Arthur. I'm logged in as this Arthur Wells user. So I'm going to enroll myself in the course. But then let me go back out to my LifterLMS reporting. I'm going to take a look at the saving strategy course real quick. Saving strategy was the one I was working with. And then I have students in this course, and then Arthur Wells student. So I can see here the leave course feedback. It's actually linked, the view entry from this Ninja Forums column here, view entry. I can view the feedback directly from the LifterLMS reporting. It links me over to my Ninja form to see what this user had submitted as feedback or a testimonial that I could then, copy over to my website and stuff like that. So that's a really awesome example of how you can use forms inside of your course for various things. You could do surveys, testimonials, and I'm sure there's all kinds of other creative things. I know I've created a setup before where students submitted what they learned in the format of a form, and then it actually created a blog post in WordPress with that student as the author. And then on their dashboard page, I was showing blog posts that were created by the current logged in user. So it's almost like they were using notes in a way. They were kind of submitting forms in the lesson, and then they could see their form submissions on their dashboard with this sort of creative method. So like Chris said, forms are like the way to the internet's powered in Internet 2.0, and there's all kinds of creative ways you could integrate them into your LMS to build some interaction and feedback.
Yeah, and I'd encourage you to go over to WS Form and check out their features, and you'll see they have like 80 different integrations and like 100 different things. So it'll really stimulate your mind on what's possible with forms in a WordPress site. And just want to throw a shout out there. The limited supply LifterLMS lifetime deal is almost up. I think there's 6 or 7 units left. So if you're interested at picking up a LifterLMS LTD, go ahead and head on over to the site now and grab your copy. Any final words about the forms, Will?
No, that's really about it. Forms are pretty crazy because you can do almost anything with them. You can send data to various places, and like you said, with WS Forms, they have all kinds of integrations. So forms are really how you can power up your courses.
And one more thing, Gravity View is also a great forms add-on now called Gravity Kit that integrates with Gravity Forms. And what that does, it allows you to take form data that's submitted and display it on the front end of your website. So you can build like a directory. Users can create blog posts. It's like it's an easy way for non-developers to take form submissions and then view them throughout the site. And there's tons of options of what you can do with that kind of thing. All right, well, that's it for this week's Feature Friday. Smash the like button. Go ahead and check out the links around this video where we're sharing the forms that deeply integrate with LifterLMS. Go check out the LifterLMS lifetime deal before they're gone, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.